Hello viewers, in this class we are going to learn how to find the domain of a function which involves inverse sine function or inverse cosine function, right? So here I have written 4 problems, that is find the domain of cos inverse 2x minus 1 and so on, right? So let us see the method how to find the domain of such functions. But before solving these problems, let me revise some basic concepts related to the domain and range of sine and cosine function. So let us first take the sine function. So let y is equal to fx is equal to sine x, right? So this is the sine function. Now we know that here this x belongs to the domain and this y belongs to the range, right? So this is the domain and this is the range. Now we know that from trigonometry the domain of sine function is the set of all real numbers. It means x belongs to R. Similarly, the range of the sine function, that is the range of y, so y belongs to minus 1 to 1, right? So this is about the domain and range of sine function. Now similarly we can discuss the domain and range of cos function. So let y is equal to f of x is equal to cos x, right? Now here again this x belongs to the domain and this y belongs to the range. Now again the domain of cosine function is the set of all real numbers, so x belongs to R. Similarly the range is y belongs to the interval minus 1 to 1. Now from this discussion we conclude that this sine x lies between minus 1 to 1, right? Similarly cosine x lies between minus 1 to 1. So the minimum value of sine x is minus 1. This is the minimum value and this is the maximum value. Similarly the minimum value of cosine function is minus 1 and the maximum value is plus 1, right? So this is about the sine function and cosine function. Now if we write the inverse function, right? Suppose I write sine inverse x is equal to y, right? Okay, we can write it here. This is x equal to sine inverse y, right? So the inverse function is given by x is equal to sine inverse y. Now here the domain, the principal value branch, that is the closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So similarly we can explain the inverse cosine function. So from here if I write the inverse cos function, then x is equal to cos inverse y. Now this is the inverse function and this y is in the domain. So the domain is minus 1 to 1 and the range is again given by the principal value branch. We cannot write the whole real number, so we cannot write the whole real number line as the range. So here again we'll restrict ourselves to the principal value branch, and the principal value branch is the interval from 0 to pi. So this is the range, right? So now we have discussed that the inverse sine function has the domain -1 to 1, and the inverse cosine function has the domain -1 to 1. So inverse sine and inverse cos has the same domain, right? Now, using this concept, let us solve these 4 problems. Now the first problem is find the domain of cos inverse 2x minus 1. So we have just discussed that if x is equal to cos inverse y, then the domain is from -1 to 1. So it means here we have all the values of x, right? Those values of x which falls in the interval from -1 to 1, right? So we can write 2x minus 1, because here y is equal to, if I compare this cos inverse 2x minus 1 with this, then y is 2x minus 1, and the domain is -1 to 1. It means y should belong to -1 to 1, right? It means 2x minus 1 belongs to -1 to 1, or we can write it like this: 2x minus 1 is greater than or equal to -1, and here we have +1. So we have this inequality. Now we have to solve this inequality for x. Now adding 1 throughout, we get here -1 plus 1, then we have 2x minus 1 plus 1, then we have 1 plus 1, right? So here we have 0, and here we have 2x, and here we have 2, right? Now dividing throughout by 2, we have 0, and here we have x, and here we have 1, right? So we see that the value of x lies between 0 to 1. So x belongs to the closed interval 0 to 1. So the domain of this function is this interval, that is from 0 to 1. Now let us take this problem number 2. Here we have to find the domain of sine inverse 2x minus 3. So again, if I compare this problem with this one, so here y is equal to 2x minus 3, and the domain is from -1 to 1. So this problem is similar to the first one. So here y should belongs to -1 to 1. So we can write 2x minus 3 belongs to -1 to 1. So in the form of inequality, we can write 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to -1, but less than or equal to. Now adding 3 throughout this inequality, we have -1 plus 3, 2x minus 3 plus 3, and here we have 1 plus 3, right? So here we have 3 minus 1, 2, and here we have 3 and 3 get cancelled, so we have 2x, and here we have 1 plus 3 equal to 4. Now dividing throughout by 2, we have 1, and here we have x, and here we have 2, right? So the domain of this function sine inverse 2x minus 3 is the interval 1 comma 2, and this is the closed interval. So x belongs to 1 comma 2. So therefore we can write the domain of sine inverse 2x minus 3 is the interval 1 comma 2. Now let us take this problem number 3. Here we have to find the domain of sine inverse 4x, right? So again the domain of x equal to sine inverse y is -1 to 1. So here if I compare these two, then we have y is equal to 4x. and y belongs to minus 1 to 1. So 4x belongs to minus 1 to 1, or in other words we can write 4x is greater than or equal to minus 1 or less than or equal to 1, right? Now dividing throughout by 4, we have minus 1 over 4, and here we have x, and here we have 1 over 4. So the domain of this function is the interval from minus 1 by 4 to 1 by 4, right? Similarly, the fourth one, here we have to find the domain of cos inverse 4x. If I compare it with this, then again y is equal to 4x, and we have the same solution as we have done for problem number 3, right? So here y is equal to 4x, and y belongs to the interval minus 1 to 1, or 4x belongs to minus 1 to 1, and again we have this inequality will follow this step here, minus 1 less than or equal to 4x less than or equal to 1, and dividing by this inequality throughout by 4, we get minus 1 by 4 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by 4. So the domain of this function is again x belongs to minus 1 over 4 to 1 over 4, right?